right. So, of course, we continue to encourage you to embrace the power of giving your body permission to relax. This is for better choices, for better health and wealth. We're doing it one deep breath at a time, and all you need is an open heart and an open mind and a willingness to grow and to go. How are you doing today, Matt?
Hey, hey, what up, though? How are you doing today?
I'm well. I'm well. Well. All right. So, of course, you know how we kick off every episode.
With the deep breath.
Let's go in and out. Man, that really makes a difference. Of course, over this way, we're all about changing health narratives and leaving health legacies and talking about that health that we're wealth, I should say, that we're born with, which is our health. And we're so thankful for that. Of course, we talk about all the other types of wealth that we need to know about and that I'm continuing to learn about, but so thankful that uh, I've got it, you've got it, that wealth that we are born with, which is our health. So, in order to continue to, make sure that we take care of that wealth, which is our health, we got to get enough sleep. We've got to accept responsibility for our well being. We've got to take as many deep breaths as often as we need to. We've got to tune into our bodies and we have to move our bodies because we know movement is medicine. All right. So, the big thing, taking a deep breath, that's what this podcast is all about. May, once again, is Breathe Easy Month. We're talking about taking a deep breath, but if it's not as easy for you to do that, well, yeah, that is concerning. So, Breathe Easy Month is observed every May. It's to raise awareness about respiratory health, asthma, allergies, lung disease, promoting education, advocacy, and clean air initiatives. My mother, actually, who just turned 80 last year, developed uh, asthma in her older age. And so, man, I tell you, she had one really traumatic asthma attack. And ever since then, she has really been very good about noticing her triggers and making sure that she doesn't do and eat certain things for her that could trigger it and making sure that her air quality is what it needs to be as much as she can. So, kind of piggybacking off of that, Breathe Easy Month, officially designated by the American Lung Association, once again takes place every May each year and aims to educate the public about respiratory health issues, once again, including asthma, emphysema, chronic bronchitis, and lung cancer. It highlights the importance of clean air, both indoors and outdoors, as air pollution is a major contributor to most respiratory illnesses. The observance also emphasizes preventive measures, which yeah, definitely that, okay, such as reducing exposure to pollutants, home testing for radon and carbon monoxide, and supporting smoke free environments. All right. So, of course, if you have asthma, if you've got chronic bronchitis, trying to stay out of those smoking areas where smoke is as much as possible, it's really going to help. So, the connection to asthma and allergy awareness. May is also recognized as National Asthma and Allergy Awareness Month. That was established by the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America, the AAFA, back in 1984. So it's been around for a minute. This month focuses on educating the public about asthma and allergies, improving access to treatments, and encouraging proper management of these conditions. Now, asthma, if you don't know, affects over 25 million Americans. I was a little surprised at how high that number is. I don't know why, but including more than 6 million children, while allergies impact over 50 million people annually. So the awareness campaigns during May include World Asthma Day, advocacy events, educational programs to help individuals manage symptoms and reduce preventable complications. All right, so during Breathe Easy Month, the ALA and other organizations promote activities such as Clean Air Week, which we are in right now. It's May 20th through the 27th. This emphasizes air pollution reduction and its impact on lung health. They also promote community programs on asthma management, smoking cessation, which is to stop smoking, and lung disease prevention. They promote fundraising activities and events like cycling, running, and walking challenges to support respiratory health initiatives, which I just finished my first 5K of the year about a week ago. So, that also public advocacy, encouraging individuals to support legislation for cleaner air and better healthcare access for asthma and allergy treatments. Individuals, you can also participate in reviewing your asthma action plan, evaluating your home air quality using air purifiers, and sharing awareness messages on social media using hashtags like Asthma Awareness Month and Allergy Awareness Month. All right, so Breathe Easy Month serves as a reminder to prioritize lung health. Once again, this goes back to 1984 with the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America, the AAFA, declaring May as National Asthma and Allergy Awareness Month, a crucial period to boost understanding of these common yet often serious respiratory and immune conditions. Now, this year, and actually this was last year, they focused on and made clear and vital the make asthma and allergy treatments accessible for all. That was their theme. Think about it. They said access to life-saving medicines shouldn't be a barrier, which it could be. It should not be, though. And so the AAFA is emphasizing the critical need for everyone, regardless of your background or circumstance, to be able to obtain the treatments that manage underlying conditions and stop frightening symptoms in their tracks. So important. The impact of asthma, allergies, eczema, atopic dermatitis, and other related allergic conditions is significant. Beyond the physical distress, these conditions can create a heavy emotional, social, and even financial burden. You can only imagine that. So, sadly, in the U.S. alone, around 4,000 deaths uh, occur because of some type of asthma, allergic reaction. And so we want to definitely minimize that number. This is where the collective voice comes in. The AAFA believes in the power of community. So important. I love that word. And that is so important. Community action to drive real change. So throughout May, we're all invited to join in and urge our policymakers, all right, to support solutions that prioritize the health of our communities. Key areas for advocacy include more affordable treatments, better healthcare coverage, reduced barriers to care, which we've talked about, increased federal investment in research. All right. And you can actually be a part of this, which is so empowering. You can visit the AAFA's Advocacy Action Center to make your voice heard. All right. Advocacy is just one way to get involved. The Allergy and Asthma Network has highlighted several impactful actions we can all take, which is something that I love, to be empowered to know that there are things that we can do ourselves. So you can make your voice heard once again. The Allergy and Asthma Network Advocacy Day, which was May 7th. You can contact once again your representatives about crucial legislation. Celebrate World Asthma Day, which has passed, but hey, next year you can do it, or you can continue to do it throughout the month by reviewing your asthma action plan. You can tune into the Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology Innovation podcast. They've got that to learn from the experts. I'm definitely going to be tuning into that. Raise awareness online. Once again, using the social media, they got a toolkit. You can use their hashtag is NAAAM, right? So I'm going to put those notes in the show notes there for you. Explore webinars and recordings from the Allergy and Asthma Network on various relevant topics. Support the Allergy and Asthma's Network's 40th anniversary by sharing your own story and or donating. And sharing your story is really a powerful way to help. It helps others. Sometimes it helps you just to get that story out. Consider going allergy free for a day, which is May 13th to the 19th during Food Allergy Awareness Week, and learn and share the correct way to, of all things, blow your nose. All right. So got lessons on that as well. So this May, you can play your part in raising awareness, educating the community, and advocating for better access to care for everyone affected by asthma and allergies. Once again, whether you share your own story and information online, once again, contacting representatives, which is so important, and simply taking a moment to learn more, your efforts can make a real difference. So we've all got to do this, not only for this, but for everything. We've got to work together, right, to help everyone breathe easier. And this was something that was really interesting that I found. For much of the U.S., May marks the peak of spring allergy season, when pollen counts skyrocket and asthma symptoms tend to worsen due to environmental triggers. All right, so The combination of blooming trees, grasses, mold, changing temperatures can make daily life more challenging for people with respiratory conditions. So if you don't have that, you may not bother you, but for people that have this, it's really can be alarming. By dedicating this specific month to awareness, the AAFA aimed to spotlight the seasonal burden and encourage public education, advocacy, and support while people are experiencing the effects most intensely. And I'm going on and on because I have someone, a loved one with asthma. But Matt, I have to ask you: do you know of anyone that has asthma, bronchitis, that suffers from any type of respiratory challenge?
Yeah, I have a few family members that suffer from asthma.
Okay, all right. Are there things that they do? Are there triggers that they have, or things they do to try and prevent that? Do you know?
When it comes to, I know some of them have problems when it comes to like heavy exercising,
Ah,
especially if they don't have their inhaler. But
mm-hmm,
I mean, other than that, I mean, they use their inhaler, but
mm-hmm.
that's all I really see when it comes to their asthma. Like
Right.
like I said, if they're working out heavy, sometimes they might have to go sit down for a bit or stuff like that. But yeah, usually it's just the inhaler stuff.
Okay. All right. So, yep, the inhaler. I know my mother can't. At this point, there are also a lot of cleaning products that she can't use because it just triggers it. So, cleaning products, smoke, those are things that can trigger these types of respiratory ailments. Indoor air can be 2 to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air. So, as much as you can, getting that fresh air is really going to help a lot. Also, the AAFA's campaign theme, Your Voice, Your Health, emphasizing the importance of self advocacy and community engagement. We keep talking about it. It is so important. Managing your own condition, supporting a loved one. All right. Matt, you spoke about your loved ones. I know I have some. Speaking up matters, from asking questions at the doctor's office to sharing your story online. You want to make your voice heard, okay? Because it's very powerful and it can lead to better care, not just for yourself, but for others too. All right. So, self advocacy, which is, we see, very, very important. It means speaking up for your own health needs, asking questions, seeking support, pushing for the care and conditions you deserve. For those living with asthma or allergies, it can mean everything from requesting accommodations at school or work to keeping detailed system logs to challenging a misdiagnosis or advocating for environmental changing. It's all about knowing your worth, whether you're asking your doctor about new treatment options, requesting fragrance-free policies at work. Because I know we've in our bathroom, and I love our coworker that makes sure that we have a lot of great smelling things. But I know for me, sometimes I it can cause a headache for me. There are certain things that I can't use, and so sometimes fragrance free can be a good way to prevent certain things. Keeping that in mind, researching the best air filtration app for your home. Self advocacy puts you in the driver's seat of your health, and there's no better place to be. That's where you want to be. All right. So this May, during Breathe Easy Month, we want to normalize asking for clean air, better care, and equitable treatment for ourselves and each other. Our voice is just as valid, it's powerful. We can use it, and when we do, we definitely make things happen, all right? Changes happen, which is what we are wanting, all right? Breathe Easy Month, yeah. How do we end every episode, Matt?
With a deep breath.
Let's go in and out and never, man, I tell you what, it's a great thing to be able to breathe easy, and don't take that for granted at all. So thank you for joining for another episode of Take a Deep Breath with Yvonne Daniels podcast. Make sure you subscribe, share, visit us at Deep Breath and tastebuds.blogspot.com. Would love to have you in the Take a Deep Breath crew. And of course, man, I will see you in another episode.
Good stuff.